100,000 trips and counting. Since 2011, this freight train has carried more than $400 billion worth of goods from China to the European market. For half a century, trade has been a major driver of ties between China and the EU. And today, it continues to pick up steam.
The 50 years have been really, really important for China and the EU. What we can say from the business perspective, we've seen that the importance of the euro have been constantly growing over the past decades, and in particular in recent years.
Back in 1980, Germany imported $1.9 billion worth of goods from China. Over the next 20 years, that grew exponentially. By 2023, bilateral trade between China and the whole of the European Union exceeded $770 billion. But relations have soured over recent months, especially after the EU's decision to impose additional duties on Chinese-made electric vehicles. Commission officials here say the relationship isn't black and white, and a focus should be on de-risking, not decoupling from China.
How do we need to reset?
Both Chinese and EU diplomats recently participated in a forum here in Brussels to mark 50 years of diplomatic ties. A chance to take stock and discuss challenges including the transition to green and digital economies, sometimes called the dual transition.
China and Europe are both facing the dual transition. That actually is also the direction of the world. So we have to, continue on the cooperative spirit to jump out of the so much focus on geopolitical lens to start the cooperating.
Trade tensions persist, but some panellists at this event urged both sides to engage in constructive competition. Despite the fallout over EV duties, there's a hope that climate policy can be a source of cooperation.
One of those areas is green management. We know that grid connectivity in China is one of the areas where it's a bit lacking and where cooperation would be more needed. Carbon pricing is, of course, one of the areas which have been quite fruitful over the past years.
While current relations face challenges, both sides have made strong commitments to a clean energy transition. After 50 years of cooperation, leaders say that green is the colour of future EU collaboration. William Denselow, CGTN, Brussels.